Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, where we cover everything LEGO gaming, and welcome to a brand new video for LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. And we're going to be talking about the potential for the game to show up at the Future Game Show, which is an event happening later this month. But last week I gave some predictions for when I think the game is coming out. You can check that video out by clicking the little card in the top right hand corner of the screen. And since we're now in the second week of March, a May the 4th release date that I talked about in that video is looking super unlikely now. There usually needs to be about 2 months to market the game, and we're now less than 2 months now from May the 4th. So as great as a release date that would be, it seems that TT Games isn't going to have the game ready by that time. But we know the game is coming in the spring. Spring technically ends on June 20th, so we're now looking at a late May to maybe mid-June release window. And I'm going to give my own personal exact prediction for when I think the game is going to come out later on in this video. But a new event has been announced. This is the first event in quite some time that has potential for LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga to show up, and this is the Future Game Show. That's going to be coming Thursday, March 25th, so just a little over 2 weeks away, at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time and 2:45 Pacific Time, which is kind of a weird timing, but whatever. So we're going to be reading a little bit of this article from GamesRadar.com. They're the ones who actually run this whole Future Game Show event. This will be linked in the description below, so you can click on this and check it out for yourself, as always in all of my videos. It says here, the Future Game Show, FGS for short, is Games Radar's flagship digital game showcase and will return with a spring showcase on March 25th. The event will be hosted by blah blah blah. It says this is the first of 3 events scheduled for 2021, with more shows in June and August later this year. So there's actually going to be even more stuff, but hopefully we have the game by the time June or August rolls around. Hopefully. Our spring showcase will feature over 40 games across all formats and genres, with world premieres and updates from over 30 publishers, including the first one they mention here, Warner Brothers Games, EA, and then Team 17. I'm not even sure what Team 17 is. So then it talks a little bit more about the event. It doesn't really go into too much detail that we care about. But yeah, you can see there, the first one they mentioned, Warner Brothers Games. Of course, if you don't know, Warner Brothers is who owns TT Games, who makes the LEGO games. So they're the ones responsible for all the marketing and whatnot in regards to the LEGO games, as well as LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. So to me, that seems like this has a good chance of showing up at this event. Also, in some tweets, Games Radar confirmed that the show will feature deep dives. So in other words, there's going to be gameplay demos with likely the developer explaining things about the game as it's played, similar to what we kind of see at E3 in the past. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga would be the perfect game for one of these deep dives, because you see, in the past, LEGO games always had gameplay demos at E3 or Gamescom, with usually Arthur Parsons from TT Games explaining the game. You know, he did this for LEGO DC Supervillains, LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, LEGO Batman 3. You can go back and actually YouTube all of those videos if you want to check them out. Now, we haven't had one of these deep gameplay dives for Skywalker Saga because of the whole virus situation that happened last year, so Gamescom 2020 probably would have been a great opportunity for this, as well as E3 2020. But of course, Gamescom was an online event last year, and it was really just made up of like quick trailers. There wasn't really any time for extended gameplay demos with the developers explaining things about the game. But I think this Future Game Show happening later this month would be the perfect opportunity for Arthur Parsons or someone from TT Games to give us maybe like a 5 to 10 minute gameplay demo, show us a level from the game, show us some open world content, show some of the new features like the side quests that we've heard the developers talk about, the space battles, things like that, and of course finally reveal the release date for the game. Because to this day, we still haven't really seen this game in action. You know, we've seen glimpses of gameplay from the gameplay trailer back in August last year. There hasn't really been a place for developers to answer questions about the game. At E3 2019, when the game was first revealed, the devs were doing interviews, giving us tidbits of info, and we really haven't had anything like that since. You know, we need more info from the developers in regards to things like whether the game will have mumbling, you know, will the game have online play. These are all questions that aren't typically going to be answered in trailers. We need developer interviews for this kind of information. So overall, I think the game has a solid chance of showing up here. We might even get a trailer or news before this event even happens over the next couple of weeks. But they actually could be waiting for this event, because we know this game is coming out in the spring, so they can't really wait too much longer to start marketing this game. But another thing I want to talk about in this video is the release date. I want to give my own personal prediction for the game as of right now here in, you know, sort of the beginning to mid-March 2021. I think the game is going to be coming out June 15th, 2021. This is my own personal prediction. This isn't confirmed in any way. This is just coming from my head. You know, TT Games likes to wait till the end of their timing windows, it seems. You know, last year they told us that we would be getting more news about the game in summer 2020. Well, when we finally got news, it was like the very end of summer, like in August 27th during Gamescom. So they seem to always wait till the end of the release window, so it seems like they might do the same thing here with their spring 2021 release date. And we know LEGO games have historically always released on Tuesdays, so this would be the last possible Tuesday while still remaining in the spring 2021 release window, since spring ends on June 20th. So June 15th would pretty much get the game out on the last possible day they can without officially causing a delay, because it would still be in spring 2021. And I think this date also aligns with when they released LEGO Incredibles back in 2018. That game was released on Tuesday, June 12th of 2018, and then it's also kind of close to when they released LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens even, back in 2016. That game was released on Tuesday, June 28th, again with the Tuesdays. So I think, around mid to late June seems to be a time when they release LEGO games a lot. So kind of let me know what you think about this in the comments. Do you think my June 15th prediction is going to be accurate? Let me know your prediction when you think the game is coming out. Again, we know the game is not coming out May the 4th. Now, let me know what you think about the future game show. Do you think the game is going to show up there, or do you think they're just going to let us down again? I really think there's a solid chance, because, with the previous events and things, the game wasn't really in a place where they had to start marketing it, but now we're getting into March. They really need to start marketing this game, so this event would really be the perfect opportunity, so let's hope they don't blow it. And one last thing I do want to mention about the release date, I see a lot of you guys in the comments and things talking about different retailers, like, oh, GameStop said the game's coming out May 30th, or Best Buy said it's coming out this day, or Amazon. None of these retailers that sell the game actually know when the game's coming out. They have to just put a date on there just to kind of put a placeholder date for when the final release date is revealed. So don't believe anything GameStop or Best Buy or Amazon or any of these retailers tell you. They don't know when the game's coming out. Those are just placeholders for when the final date is released. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Again, let me know all your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree? Comment below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. If you learned something new, dislike it if not. And be sure to subscribe to be notified right when the latest content comes up on the channel. We're always releasing LEGO game content, Star Wars, Marvel, everything here on Quick Break Games. So I'll see you guys next time.